Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve.
Yes, you're welcome. Viewers, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good day to you, Nigerians, Africans, wherever you are all over the world. My name is Mark Godwin, and we're here on our weekly program, Face to Face. Face to Face is a conversation program we have here with dignitaries, leaders, noble people, politicians. And today on Face to Face, we're having a special guest. Before then, let me bring in BD Nna, our coordinator from Lagos, Nigeria. BD, you're welcome to Face this 25th day of September.
Thank you very much, Mike, for having me. Viewers all around the world. Nice to have you guys today. Join us, do this like we always do. Just stay tuned. It promises to be interesting.
Thank you. You're welcome. So, yes, viewers, it's a special guest, a High Chief, Chairman of the PDP Democratic Congress in Rivers State, and with us this evening to discuss issues bordering on what's happening in Rivers State and the PDP party is our High Chief Robinson EWOR. Dr. Robinson, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Robinson, we like to go straight to the issues. First of all, what's the state? We want to know the state of River State, the present condition of things, political issues that we are witnessing also from this part of the world. What is happening in River State as of present, High Chief?
Okay, thank you very much. You know, River State has been under a state of emergency over the past 6 months, from March 18th up to September 18th. The governor resumed office on the 19th of this month, and the State House of Assembly has also resumed. As we speak, democratic institutions has been restored in the state. The governor is fully in the office. The State House of Assembly is fully in the office. The whole state, the mood has changed. It's no longer the mood of a state of emergency. The mood today is the mood of a democratic state. Rivers State today is under democracy, and the mood is that of democracy. The citizens have embraced the return of democracy in the state. That is where we are now.
It's okay. Hi, Chief.
Yes, go ahead, PD. Go ahead.
Hi, Chief. That's nice to hear. You guys are now in the mood of democracy. Now, how possible is that democracy going to happen in River State when a lot of people, there's mixed opinion? People are saying that Nabel Abbas should be probed on how he spent the River State money over the 6 months, and others are saying no, he shouldn't be probed. Now, my question is this: if he's not probed at the end of the administration, who will this be on? Is it going to be on him or on the present government?
Good question.
Well, thank you very much. We are now under democracy. We have the State House of Assembly fully on ground. Under the emergency rule, Abbas was appointed by the president, and Abbas was appointed to oversee the affairs of Rivers State, both financial and otherwise, over the past 6 months. The funds allocated to him from the Federation account and the IGR were all Rivers funds. They are public funds. And today, since we have the democratic institution restored, the House of Assembly is vested with the powers to look into the finances of the state. The Rivers State House of Assembly had powers to probe the 6 months of EBAS. If they go ahead with the probe, it's a welcome development because the Constitution gives them the power to look at the finances of the state. It's not a personal thing. It's not about EBAS. It's not about anybody. It's about the public funds. Because what Evans oversee and spent over the past 6 months was public funds. If the State Assembly wishes to probe it, they are in order.
It's okay.
Okay, yes. Sorry, before we continue, we want to tell our viewers, we have quite some number of viewers with us. We want them to also put in a question. If you're a Rivers person or you're following the Rivers political situation, you're in diaspora, wherever you are, you're free to ask your question to High Chief Robinson, the PDP chairman for Rivers State. Then also we want to bring in one of our coordinator, contributor from Rivers, Abuja, Mildred Chuma. Mildred, can you see us? Okay. All right. Before she joins, viewers, this is face-to-face with High Chief Robinson. High Chief, that was a good answer you gave to BD's question. The other question we want to know is, move forward in Rivers State, what are we expecting? What should the citizens, because at the end of the day, the big grammar, the big politicking, what matters is the citizens of the state, how their welfare, security. What do we expect in this new tenure, this resumption of the governor, Similaye Fubara?
Okay, thank you very much. The governor, Sim Fubara, has a mandate to govern the state for a period of 4 years. And during his oath of office, he undertook to secure the people of Rivers State and also provide their welfare. All this he has been doing before the emergency was declared. For instance, the governor was carrying on legacy projects in Rivers State. One of those legacy projects was the Port Harcourt Ring Road, which cost him nearly 200 billion. We also have the Trans-Calabari Road, which cost him above 200 billion, in addition to several others. When we talk about welfare of civil servants, the governor undertook to ensure that civil servants were promoted. You know that civil servants in Rivers State were not promoted over the past 8 years. That is the administration of the former governor. But the current governor came in and started their promotion. He equally gave them welfare packages during Christmas. The past 2 Christmas, he gave them a Christmas bonus of 100,000 each to each civil servants. As to the citizens, projects were going on all over the state. Employments were done. So the governor will continue in this trajectory. In the past 6 months during the emergency, all the projects that were going on in the state stopped. The sole administrator didn't pay a single contractor. So all the contractors left their sites. As the governor has in return, they will resume work. He will continue in that trajectory of developing the state. Projects across the 23 local governments, including Port Harcourt City, the state capital. This will go on, and the citizen will have a feel of the government.
Powerful. Thank you very much. Go ahead, BD. While we also expect Mildred from Abuja, there's a question coming from our WhatsApp channel. Somebody is saying that PDP is not doing well in Rivers State. Okay, we'll come to that question. I want us to focus more on the state issues, then we will now come to your party as an agenda. BD, go ahead.
Okay. In politics, they say body language says a lot. And you need to be a politician or a political in tune someone for you to understand. On the day that the emergency rule ended in Rivers State, the governor, Senin Fubare, was not there. That's one question. Now, what does this mean to democracy in Rivers State? Then another question is going to be two in one is this. The administrator, the sole administrator of Rivers State, conducted an election. And in that election, APC won 20 local governments out of 23 local governments in Rivers State. What does this mean to PDP government in Rivers State?
Well, let me take the first question first. The first question is why the governor wasn't there on the 18th of September when the emergency was returned. The governor has been away for a very long time. He was unable to catch off his flight to Abuja en route to Port Harcourt on that Thursday. The governor returned the next day, Friday, which is 19th. We were all at the airport. Rivers people in their numbers were at the airport to receive the governor. The governor returned on Friday and resumed work at his office immediately. As to the question of the local government election, you can agree with me that the Supreme Court gave a ruling that the election conducted by the administration of Siminala Efobara in the previous year was not in line with the provisions of the Electoral Act and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended. Therefore, they set aside that election. But ordinarily, under the emergency, an election was not supposed to be conducted in Rivers State. Ordinarily, under that emergency, an election was not supposed to be conducted in Rivers State, because even INEC conducted by-elections across the country during that period, and they did not conduct election in Rivers State because they said the state was under emergency. But because of what we kept saying, and we will continue to say it as a party, that the APC-led federal government want to use the back door to capture power in Rivers State. The president, who is an APC president, ordered an election to be conducted in Rivers State under a state of emergency, not in line with the Electoral Act and not in line with the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission law. They went ahead to conduct that election outside the provisions of the constitutions, outside the provisions of the Electoral Act, and outside the provisions of the recent law. So they went ahead and conducted that election and delivered 20 local governments to the All Progressive Congress APC, 3 local governments to the People's Democratic Party. To put the record straight, the IPAC of Nigeria, which is the body that oversees political party, political activity, did not participate in that election. So the election that was conducted in Rivers State was an anomaly. It was not in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So what was conducted wasn't an election. It was a selection by the APC-led government to capture power in Rivers State. That was what happened. The PDP itself, led by me, we did not also participate in that election. So what was done was outside the law, outside the rule, outside the Electoral Act. It was a pure state capture by the All Progressive Congress. That was what happened in Rivers State. It wasn't an election per se. Rivers people didn't come out to vote. Rivers State is a PDP state. It remains a PDP state. And call an election today, tomorrow, Rivers people will come out and vote PDP. So what happened was a state capture by the All Progressive Congress. It's not an election that the people elected the local government chairman.
Hi, Chief. You're giving some revelations here. And guess what? We have Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians also in Nigeria, listening to you. I think you've also answered the question from our WhatsApp channel on how PDP is performing in Rivers. Before I continue, let's bring in Mildred Chioma from Abuja, Nigeria. Mildred, yes, go ahead. We can see you. We hope you can see us and hear us. Mildred, I think Mildred has a small network issue. Okay, hi Chief, good one.
Yes.
Moving on also, we want to know the confusing relationship with the former governor of Rivers State.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mildred.
Nigerian time.
Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead, Mildred.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
I'm here.
Yes. So put your question to High
The
Chief
program.
Robinson EWOR. Put your
Can you hear
question.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. Put your question.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Thank
Oh
you.
boy. Okay. Sorry for that. All right. Sorry for that. Yes, High Chief. So we're sorry for those glitches. Go ahead. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, BD.
Hi, Chief. You
Yes,
said that
I'm with
the
you.
election. You said that the election the sole administrator conducted in River State, because River State is under emergency rule, is not a normal thing. So, what is going to happen from now? Is that election going to stand, or is this administration, as they resume the office, they're going to kick against it? Is there going to be a re-election, or they will run with what they already have on ground? What is going to happen?
Well, thank you very much. Ordinarily, Nigeria is supposed to operate the rule of law and not the rule of man. What happened was in River State was the rule of man and not the rule of law. Because all the conditions that Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, that should give rise to a declaration of a state of emergency, none was in existence in River State. But coming to the present situation today, they have done what they have done, and the governor has resumed office. It's about Rivers people. The election that was conducted, several citizens, several groups in Rivers State challenged the conduct of that election. We want to hold on to the court. Let the court tell us if an election can be conducted under an emergency rule. One. Second, if an election, a notice of an election can be given in 30 days for an election to be conducted. What the Electoral Act said and the River State Independent Electoral Law specified was a period of 90 to 150 days for you to give notice of an election and conduct an election. But this election was given a 30 days notice and it was conducted. Beyond that, the PDP governors challenged the declaration of a state of emergency in River State at the Supreme Court. That suit is still at the Supreme Court. It can amaze you that the Supreme Court did not hear that suit for a period of 6 months until the emergency elapsed. You can see that what they operated in River State was the rule of man and not the rule of law.
Strong talk. Mildred, yes, we want you to, she's gone off again. All right, so my answer, BD, thank you very much for putting those questions. And I want to thank the High Chief for his sharp, witty response. My question goes to the situation of also the former governor of the state. We are getting any information that we sometimes don't understand how he is in PDP and operating very effectively for APC, and also how come he has that relationship, and how does that reflect? How does that affect the PDP party in River State?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Since 2022, during the primaries of the People's Presidential primaries of the People's Democratic Party, in which the former Rivers State governor, current FCT minister Insho Wike participated and lost that election to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He has been anti-PDP. In fact, he organized an anti-campaign led by him, in addition with what he called then the G5 governors, against the presidential ambition of the People's Democratic Party. Since then, all his activities has been anti-PDP. But because he has some elements at the Wadata house, his cronies that have the same ambition with him, he was able to remain the way he remained today. Otherwise, ordinarily, the party ought to have expelled him. Because throughout the history of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there has never been any man that will be in one party and in another party at the same time. Even elsewhere in the world, it's not possible that somebody in the UK will be a conservative and at the same time Labour. Somebody in America will be a conservative and at the same time a Republican. Democrat. It's not possible. But today, because in Nigeria, what is operated under Tinubu's government is the rule of man and not the rule of law. You see people in PDP and at the same time in APC. You see people defect from PDP today to the All Progressive Congress, swear affidavit in the court that they are no longer members of PDP. The next day, the Supreme Court of Nigeria will rule that they are still members of PDP. What is operational today in Nigeria is the rule of man. He says, city minister, like I said before, and I will keep saying it. Today is in PDP, not because his body and soul is in the PDP, but because his mission for the All Progressive Congress is to kill opposition in Nigeria anywhere he is, starting with PDP. His mission in PDP is to kill PDP, conspire with people inside the PDP, inside the Wadata house, to kill PDP, to kill opposition, not because he's a member of PDP again. And this is exemplified in what took place in Rivers State. If the FCT minister actually was in PDP, there is no way he should have allocated 20 local government areas to the All Progressive Congress, whereas he allocated just 3 to the People's Democratic Party. The FCT minister, like I said, is no longer in PDP. It's because our system today does not embrace the rule of law. It embraces the rule of man. People listening to what the president said, what the Senate president said, what the minister said, and not what the law says. That is why you can see one man today in Nigeria, the FCT minister, in both the All Progressive Congress and the PDP. But to those of us that are proper members of PDP in Rivers State, we know that the FCT minister is no longer in PDP. So his position in Rivers State, just like he's killing the party in Abuja and Nigeria at large, is also killing the party in Rivers State. And he's playing the role, all the role he's playing is to kill the party, kill the government in the state that is being led by the PDP.
Now, having said this,
yes, sorry, BD. I just want to comment that thank you very much, High Chief Robinson, for putting truth to power. I mean, you've said it the way a lot of Nigerians in diaspora are also figuring it out. You've put truth out regardless of whose ox is God. BD, I really want, I'm sorry, but Mildred has been going up and down, but now she's with us. Mildred from Abuja. Mildred, can you, yes, put your question. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it. Sorry, network is really bad here in Nigeria.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I want to ask a question, sir. We want to know from you, sir, from every explanation so far, are you telling us and assuring Nigerians, not just Nigerians, Nigerians in diaspora that River State is PDP and PDP is River State. That is what. And then secondly, can you make us to understand right now what it means? Is River State still PDP state?
Is River State still PDP state? Strong
Okay,
question.
okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. As I speak with you, River State is still a PDP state, being governed by a PDP governor. Sir Seminala Efobara is still a member of PDP until the day he defects to the All Progressive Congress. But as we speak, as I'm talking to you, Sir Seminala Efobara, who is #1 man in the state, is still a member of the People's Democratic Party. All the so-called local government election that the FCT ministers selected and allocated to the All Progressive Congress, that election is being challenged in the court. And we believe that the judiciary will do justice to those cases that are instituted in the court. Rivers people were opposed to that process and they remain opposed to that process. Today we are PDP, Rivers State is PDP. If the governor wakes up tomorrow and says he's defecting to the All Progressive Congress, those that are willing to defect with him will defect with him. But as we speak, Rivers State is still PDP, and we remain a PDP state.
Powerful. Okay, straight to the answer. Viewers, you're hearing it live from the PDP chairman of River State, Chief Robinson. PDP, River State is still PDP state, and PDP is still for Rivers. BD, go ahead now, please.
I like that, High Chief. That's the nice one. But I might like to differ a little. If you ask me, with my experience with River State politics that I've been following toe to toe, I will tell you that yes, River State is a PDP state in body, and it's still a PDP state on the head. Because the #1 man is a PDP man, but on soul is an APC state, because you can't have a 20 local governments belong to APC and just 3 belong to PDP. And I know it's not going to be easy. Now, you said something, you said that the PDP governors challenged the emergency rule. And for that period of 6 months, the Supreme Court did not attend to that case. And secondly, you guys have challenged the election. So it's obvious that probably they are not going to attend to this challenge in the courts for so long they want their aim to be achieved in PDP. So how prepared are you people to fight this case? Because as I tell you, it's not going to be easy.
Thank you very much. We are aware of the situation. We are aware. You see, Nigeria, I kept saying it here and I will repeat it again. Under the Tinubu's presidency, Nigeria operates the rule of men and not the rule of law. Not the rule of law. If Nigeria operates the rule of law, an emergency will not be declared in Rivers State, because Section 305 of the Constitution didn't say declare an emergency when politicians disagree. It was a mere disagreement between politicians, and none of the issues the Constitution says should happen before an emergency is declared. Second, the president, the Constitution did not vest on the president any power to suspend an elected governor, elected legislature. But Tinubu went ahead to do it, not because the Constitution vested him with the powers, but because he operates the rule of man. Even for the National Assembly to approve the emergency, the Constitution says, do head count, 1 by 1. Let's know where each senator, each House of Representative member starts. But they didn't do that. They went ahead to do voice vote. That again tells you to operate the rule of man and not the rule of law. Then the cases in Supreme Court, which the Supreme Court decided, before the Supreme Court decided that matter, we saw a judgment in the hands of supporters of the FCT minister, Yeso Wike. We doubted it. But believe me, when they read the judgment, it was exactly the same. When they released the certified true copy, it was exactly the same. I had the two. Uncertified, unsigned document, uncertified document, and certified document from the Supreme Court. The one that came out before they read the judgment, I have it. The one they released after reading the judgment, I have it. That is to tell you that the judiciary is compromised, the legislature is compromised, the executive is also compromised, including the police and all the armed forces of the Federal Republic. We are aware of this. But we cannot take the laws into our hands immediately. We must go to court. But when you push a people to the wall, President Tinubu and the FCT minister, they are pushing Rivers people to the wall. When you push a people to the wall, you know what it means. That's and again, Rivers people, at the appropriate time, we know the challenges we have today. The institutions of the federal government against the state. You talk, they deploy the army. You talk, they deploy the police. You do this, they deploy the Navy. We are aware of all this. People have gone to court to challenge them. If the court did not attend to them again, to the issues again, the way they did not attend to the challenge of the state of emergency by the PDP governors. Of course, you know that in Afghanistan, America sustained the government there, and when the owners of the land wanted their land, they came and took over their land. Americans ran out of Afghanistan. Yes. In Syria, you can agree with me that Iran and Russia sustained Assad for several years. When the owners of the land wanted the land, they took over the land. Assad left Syria without a briefcase. You can see the story of Nepal. That is just recent. The president left the country with nothing. At the appropriate time, Rivers people, not minding the forces of the federal government, Rivers people will take over their own state because they are pushing us to the wall. And when we get to the wall, we'll have nowhere to run to. We appreciate, we understand the challenge. We understand the challenge. Rivers people are willing to make the sacrifice. Thank you.
This is a real loud one. High Chief, yes. This will go viral. Your words are echoing on outside Nigerian shore and inside Nigeria. These are strong words.
I'm aware.
And we are
I'm aware.
Somebody is putting this into perspective. You're saying it as it should. Hi, Chief. There's a question here from our WhatsApp channel. It says, know that state is a strategic state in Nigeria. That is the oil producing state. So everybody's attention and focus is centered on Rivers State. So this person is just adding to what you are saying. So, Hi Chief, a follow-up to this question this person asks, that Rivers State is the geese that lays the golden egg. Why don't we have a situation where there's unity in the governance, unity in the leadership, so that you can stand against all these unseen forces, all these forces that come to destabilize and come to take their own interest. All they are concerned is their interest in Rivers State. They are not concerned about the masses and the development of Rivers State. It's only their own interest. So why don't we have a united, strong political party? Since you now say it's PDP, why can't PDP form that formidable force, strong force there in Rivers State?
Okay, thank you very much. You know, the present government of Tinubu is allergic to opposition. The first thing they did when they took over power is to ensure that PDP is decimated. So as we speak, the PDP will know it's not that PDP, but the PDP is trying to pick up its pieces and move on. Second, in Rivers State, we lay the golden egg here. Rivers State has always been a united state, and there's always been unity in this state. From 1999 to 2007, when Dr. Peter Odile was governor, Rivers State was united. Rotimi Amechi took over. Celestine Omega came briefly. The Supreme Court removed him after 5 months. Rotimi Amechi came. Rivers State was united. We spoke in one voice. up to 2011. Rotimi Amechi was an Ikwere man from Rivers East Senatorial District. He finished as governor. I'm giving you the foundation of the crisis we have today in Rivers State.
Yes.
Ordinarily, when Rotimi Amechi finished, the governorship is supposed to go to the Rivers Southeast. But the current FCT minister maneuvered his way through the then government of President Jonathan and his wife and got the governorship. Ordinarily was not supposed to be governor at that point because an Ikwere man from his senatorial district just finished. But the government of Jonathan, just like what is happening today, foisted him on Rivers State. Since he came in as governor, the problem of Rivers State began. Throughout his 8 years, Rivers State was a state you can't travel because of insecurity, court killing, and all manner of things for 8 years. He finished his 8 years, Fubara took over. He wanted to do a third term, and Nigerian constitution did not allow for a third term, but he wanted a third term. To start with, when Fubara was sworn in, he appointed all the commissioners, appointed all his personal aides. After about 5 months in office, he wanted to remove Fubara in office, impeach him. Before Rivers people rose up and said, no, you can't remove him, he's our governor. Then he ran to the president. The conspiracy at Abuja now is what we are suffering. The greed of one man, you know, it is the rat that is in the house that tells the rat outside to come, that there is meat. We have a bad child. We have a man that his greed is not measurable. His greed for money and power is not measurable. That is the challenge we have. That bad child we have that has gone to bring outsider to come, that there is meat in his father's house to come and eat. Until we do away with that bad child, the unity we enjoy in this state will not be there. And we are taking steps to ensure that we do away with that bad child.
Okay.
Now,
wonderful. Go ahead, BD. Go ahead.
Hi, Chief. Now,
yes.
Looking away from
Go ahead, BD. I think the talk is affecting BD also. Okay. Hi, Chief. This has been wonderful. Yes. You have opened our eyes. People are listening. We have about 93 people listening to you here live, and more people will listen later, and it will go viral. What I want you to do is give us some assuring words. The ladies all have network issue, but let's see Mildred. Mildred, do you still have your question? Can you hear me? Okay. We know how that can happen. The internet in Nigeria is still not very stable. Hi, Chief.
Yes,
it's been wonderful hearing what you said. So, tell us, on your own part, as the chairman of PDP in Rivers State, what do we expect? What are the things? Because 2027 is coming. Everybody is mobilizing themselves, sanitizing people and everything. What do we to see moving up to 2027 with your party?
Well, thank you very much. My position as the chairman of the party in this state is to ensure that I strengthen the party. We just have to strengthen the party. We will mobilize. We will keep mobilizing our citizens for the party. I will continue to sell our manifesto to them. You know that Nigeria, the politics of Nigeria has gone outside ideology to what I may describe as stomach infrastructure. Survivor. How can I feed? How can I raise money for myself and my children? That is the politics of Nigeria today, and no longer ideology. This is what this party stands for. This is what this party stands for. It's not there in Nigeria anymore. What we have is stomach infrastructure. But as a chairman, we will keep emphasizing, and we emphasize it, to sell the ideology of our party, the manifesto of our party to our people. We'll keep reassuring them that the party will deliver on their manifesto, that the social contract we sign with the people, we must fulfill them. You can see that from 2015, when APC took over government till now, you can see the disaster, the mess the country is in. PDP will lead Nigeria out of this mess. PDP will lead Nigeria out of this agony, strangulation, economic strangulation they are in today. We will mobilize our people, ensure that we sell our manifesto and ideologies to them.
Yeah.
Outside the elected people, the party exists. It is the party that produced governor, deputy governor, member senators, etc. We produce all this for Rivers State. If they chose, for whatever reason, to cross over to the All Progressive Congress, well, we will wish them good luck. But the party will continue to exist. But remember, one man said in Nigeria that he prefers to be where there is malaria than to go and swim in cancer. But today they are swimming in cancer. Nigeria is in cancer. They are swimming in cancer. We will not go and join them to swim in that cancer. We will reclaim this our country and bring it back to where the country is supposed to be. That is my message to our people. We will work hard to ensure that the country is returned to where it's supposed to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much also. I don't know if you have your last question, but if not, I also want to, High Chief, the merger of your party with the ADC, how does it reflect in Rivers State? How do you see that?
No. The merger, People's Democratic Party is not in the merger. The merger is a gathering of persons, individuals, not party. ADC is a single party. The people you find in the ADC, in the coalition today, they are individuals. It's not a merger of political party, PDP, ADC, and others. No. ADC today are individuals that went to form that went to people the party. PDP is standing alone, and PDP has not entered the coalition with any party. For those that are members of PDP that has gone to the coalition, we wish them good luck. We will continue to strengthen our party. Nigeria has a population of 200 and something million. I'm not sure half of the population has gone to the coalition. We will bring in more members to the party. We wish the coalition good luck, but we'll continue to strengthen our party. For the records, PDP is not in any coalition.
Very good for the records. It's good you put that out. So it's an individual thing. We see Atiku there, we see Dean, we see most PDP stalwart.
All of them is an individual team. It's an individual team.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think you've answered most of the very important questions that we have from and they've heard you loud and clear. We want to thank you. Viewers, we've been talking with the High Chief Robinson EWOR, the chairman of PDP Democratic Party in Rivers State. He has given us deep insights on political issues that affect the state. So until we come again, BD, I know there are those small hitches, but don't worry, we'll come again. Chief, we need these updates you've done. We need you to come once in a while and brief Nigerians in the diaspora and even Nigerians outside Rivers State, Rivers indigenous.
Yes,
you have lots of.
Yes.
You have lots.
I'm available anytime, any day.
Please, we will need you. We will need you so that we don't just make up stories on our own. We say things that are factual and verified from your source and your mouth. All right. On this note, Chief, we want to thank you. BD, yes, do your farewell comments. Is your network good? Go ahead. Okay. On this note, viewers, thank you for coming, Chief. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. It's been face to face
Thank you
with
very
Chief.
much. Thank you very much for
Yes,
having
sir.
me. Thank you.
And what do you say to the Rivers people in diaspora? Any words for them? They are listening to you.
Yes, to our brothers and our sisters in diaspora, they should have faith in the country called Nigeria. There is no way this current government can collapse this country. They should have faith. They should have faith in the country, first and foremost. They should also have faith in the People's Democratic Party. They should support us because PDP stands the chance to bring the country out of the present predicament. The country is in a deep mess. Those in diaspora, pray for us, support us financially and otherwise. We'll take the country out of the wood and bring it to where the country is supposed to be. Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. Have a great day. Thank you for putting a lot of things to the record and all the expressions you've given. So until we come again, viewers, it's been face to face with Honorable High Chief Robinson, Chairman PDP, Democratic Party in Rivers State. And until then, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.